Howdy folks, welcome to episode 35. Today we're going to go back up into space and we're going to do something a little different. We're going to work on I love that view. We're going to work on another capital vessel. This one's going to be a really quick project. Instead of a giant, fancy build and everything, we're going to do something pretty quick. And the purpose of this is because we've got all these plasma drones out in space. Now let's see, where's my capital ship? Because this capital ship is not going to be able to handle those. And so if I want to fly around with it, we need to basically clear all of the regions of space drones. Now, there's multiple ways to solve this problem. One of them is I could just take this ship right here, the little dart, and I could do dogfighting. But the problem with that is that it takes forever. There's a lot of dodging and stuff. So because the plasma drones are pretty quick. They're not slow. It's not like taking out turrets or whatever. So you spend a lot of time just dodging and trying to hit them while you're not getting hit and all that stuff. And so I figured this would be more interesting because if you're sitting there dogfighting an entire episode, it's going to be like that scene in what is that movie, Face Off, where the car chase where it just goes on forever and you're like, dude, just decide who wins and get it over with. So yeah, we're just going to build a capital ship that should be able to take out these space drones fairly quickly, and it should be actually pretty fun to watch as it goes. So we're going to do that. I've got Hurley with me in the passenger pod. That's why they had to go back down to Akua and to do a bunch of crafting. And what we're going to do is I'm going to set up the start of the capital ship, and then we're going to do a quick, let's see, I had my jetpack on. No, it turned off. Huh. We're going to do a quick, whatchamacallit, time lapse. We're going to do a time lapse of the CV build so that we can, you can still see how it's built, but you don't need to, stand around and spend a half hour or whatever watching this being built. So we can get this going here, and let's see, I need to move it a little bit away from my ship. And then what I'm going to have to do is I need to move the ship here. I need to move a little bit away from the ship here. Okay, so where is the sun? I need the sunlight here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to sit this with facing this direction so that we get some sunlight on it. And so I figured out this trick where, from Hurley's perspective, when you're in the passenger pod, if you hit V and you do the external view and you zoom all the way in, you actually can't see the ship that you're in. So and it stays straight depending on what direction the ship is pointing. So whatever direction I point this ship will be whatever direction she's watching from on her computer. So I can set this up like this so that you guys can get a nice view of the time lapse as it's built, and I can get back out of the ship and go build it. And so that will keep the view stable, and so when I have to go and do oxygen and food to keep the other player from dying, I can do that until they add in internal or external cameras or whatever. That that's just the way it's going to have to work for this. So I'll show you guys. I'll put a little graphic up here that you guys can see, so that you can see what the ship is going to look like, what the capital ship is going to look like. And so I'm going to grab all my stuff and check out, I've got that little diagram, and I'm going to grab all my stuff and start building this thing. So I will meet you guys when it's done. Okay guys, we're back and I finished everything up. I got it all painted and I got the stuff put on and I got it named and everything. And yeah, down there on Akua you can see our little island. The funny thing about that is that our base is bigger than that little island I'm pointing at, but you can't see the base from space. It's just funny. Obviously it's just a map thrown around a sphere. They don't actually like put all the other stuff on it. But yeah, here's the ship. We put a bunch of... looks like the turrets found some targets already that they're pointing at stuff. But yeah, I've got 10 each of the cannons and the minigun drones in here. And so there's 5 each on the top and the bottom. And on the front there are 4 of the rocket turrets. So that should be a lot of fun. The entrance here, now I've got 6 forward thrusters and then I've got 4 in each other direction. And I've got 2 RCSs in here. There's an entrance back here, there's a cockpit here or a cockpit there. I just had to go back to the other ship to grab some oxygen, so why don't I fill that up before I forget. Okay, and so here we have our ammo boxes. We have a bunch of 30mm and a bunch of 15mm ammo and some rockets over here. And I don't know if these things like explode really violently, the ammo boxes, if they have ammo in them and they get shot. So I really hope not to find out today, but that'll be something interesting to actually discover. The other thing is I ended up not moving the core, but it is 1 block underneath, so I do need to make sure not to get shot on the top or the back, because the core blowing up will take out the warp engines too. So as you can see, let's see. As you can see, we've got fuel here. We got 2 fuel tanks full, and I also put in 4 thrusters on each direction. I decided to put them on the inside. Just I didn't feel like doing all the styling and everything on the outside. So I think we're ready to go. And why don't we go check out and see if we can do any of these whatchamacallits. Find these let's see, it's showing one right in front of me, isn't it? It looks like it's right in front of me. Plasma drones? Where are the plasma drones? But this is turning with the mouse. This is how quickly this thing turns. It's very responsive. And this is exactly what I wanted. This is why I made a light ship. This thing actually is only 1.28, 1.3 kilotons, so it's very light. And there should be a plasma drone ahead. Let's see. So I will probably warp from system to system and make a montage of these taking out all the space drones, but we'll do a few first and see how it goes. I want to see how these things handle, how all the turrets handle the space drones, because the real trick with those is that I put on the kind of turrets that can hit instantly. They don't need to lead the target at all, so they should be able to. There we go. They're loading. I can hear them loading. Shoot. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's right. That was actually really easy. Looks like I don't even need half as many turrets as I have on here. But, you know, who doesn't love overkill, right? Let's see. See, where's the next one? Should be ahead somewhere. It should be around this ring of asteroids. So yeah, I'll probably do some cuts here and show you guys a bunch of these things getting blown up. Okay, here's the next one. And I'm not sure why they jump around so much. That's just kind of weird to me. It's not like this is it's not like we're connected to a remote server or anything. So I don't know if it's just trying to predict movement and then it's hitting stuff. It's hitting those asteroids or what? But here, get this one. This ship is awesome. I love this ship. Definitely gotta keep this blueprint. He actually hit me though. That was kind of surprising. Try the next one. See what he did. Did he do any damage? I guess I'll have to get out and repair. Hey, there's the spot where we built the Beeblebrox. Okay, next victim. Let's take this guy out. Get him, guys. Okay, well that clears out Akua. So since we put a thingy on here, this thing would be awesome for asteroid mining too and safety. Yeah, since we put a warp drive on this, we can just head out and go to the next system. As soon as I grab the next one, Omicron orbit. Lock target. And where is it? It's up there. There we go. Here's Omicron orbit and lots of space drones here. These guys are actually proving quite easy to take out. And don't speak too soon. There we go. Oh, you know what? I need to go activate all my turrets. So I need to get away from this guy first. Oh yeah, he's shooting at me now. And I'm shooting back. Eat that. Yeah, these things are doing a really great job. I think the only thing I really need to watch out for is running out of ammo. Other than that, I should be good. Nice. You in trouble now. Whoa! Or maybe I am. There we go. Nope, those turrets are making quick work of these guys. Come on. What you waiting for? There we go. Nice. And it doesn't look like my turrets are shooting each other or the ship, so I'm hoping that they've fixed that. I know Akua, they won't do it. Even if they hit it, they won't damage it because it's a PvE zone. But I'm pretty sure this is a PvP. These other ones are PvP zones. Oh, nice. Those rocket turrets are doing a great job. I was not expecting them to actually hit stuff, like especially that much. They seem to be doing most of the kills. Huh. This guy's actually taking a while. He actually survived a couple runs past me. There go the rockets. They're doing a great job. They're actually missing this guy, though. Come on, the minigun should be hitting him. Oh, they got to be hitting. Yeah, there we go. Okay, take him out, guys. Oh, nice job. That was beautiful. Ninjas, here we come. Okay, guys, the other thing you got to do is when you do a warp and go to a new playfield, or when you enter or exit a planet's atmosphere, you need to go and hit all of the turrets. You need to hit T for all the turrets. Now, you don't actually have to enter. Now watch, it says press T to enter turret. When I press T, it's not going to actually enter the turret. See, it just activates. It just makes that little activate sound, and that's it. So you don't actually need to enter it, and once you've hit it once, it'll do that, and if you hit it again, then you'll enter the turret. Just so you know that. So don't forget to do that when you get into a new zone, otherwise you run up to a plasma drone or whatever and get nailed because all your turrets are sleeping. So I assume they will be fixing that in the next update, but until then, just remember to do it. Bye-bye. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah. Oh, that was close. That was such a close miss there. There you go, guys. Good job. Nice shooting, Tex. He can't turn fast enough. It's funny, my giant CV can turn faster than he can. And that's the end of Ninjas. All the things are cleared out, so let's see what's next. Whoops. Actually ran into him. Okay, that's funny. Okay, we should have more turrets than that firing. I don't know why these guys are all facing the other way. Nice. There we go. Nice. 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 Nice job. Okay. Nice. There we go. Okay, guys. That was pretty fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I did not get all of the systems yet. I've got 4 of them that contain 24 of the drones. There's another 48 drones. I went and checked, and there's another 48 drones in total remaining. I'm probably going to have to make some more ammo. I actually spent a few hours for all the crafting for the ammo, just for the ammo and the CV parts to do this. So it was a little ridiculous. They really need to do something with the crafting. Takes way too long. They need to make another constructor, the ridiculous constructor or something that, you know, insta-constructs or whatever. I don't care how much it costs in fuel or whatever, but it needs to not spend all day crafting. It would be really nice. So anyway, yeah, we've got 48 more. I'll go do those on some other time because I don't have time left to do those right now. So that will be it for episode 35. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed making this ship. I think that was a lot better than, you know, we could have made it, you know, we're going for a minimalist ship. We could have just made a little square and put a bunch of guns on it. But, you know, we got to do it in style. You can't just make a, you know, plain thing and fly around in space in it. That's not the fun of the game. So yeah, join me next time in episode 36. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, and we'll all find out together. So we'll see you then. Later.